I haven't
Yeah,
hooked this thing up in a good minute.
I play a lot of the PC games, obviously, so it's annoying when you have to finagle with the controls, and like some games, Square is confirmed, other it's X, others it's Circle,
Yeah.
and it just keeps shifting every other game. I'm like, I'm tired.
Speaking of which, with Circle always being confirmed in Japan, how do you feel about them swapping it to X?
Whenever you have like a game like that,
No, like, because Sony had announced going forward, all Japanese
oh,
games are
they're
gonna,
doing that now.
yeah, they're gonna switch it to X to be more
What a
conforming with the norm, which is the Western norm,
what a weirdly small difference that has like a weirdly larger statement.
right?
It's such a minor change that it does actually matter when you're playing games and stuff. But what are these Zoids, by the way?
All right,
Why are
so
they just riding them? They're not like in the car. They're not like in the cockpits, but they're just riding them. What's going on here?
okay, so this is a companion game to go along with the newest anime that I think is either running now or was running when this game came out, because this game is like a year old now.
Okay.
Normally, when Zoids were being made, they were like actual just mechs. They were just animal based.
Right.
But
But are they
something,
children?
but in this one, apparently there are Zoid seekers, which are our children,
Oh.
and the Zoids, I guess, are weird, naturally occurring things. And if a Zoid
Ah.
seeker finds a Zoid he is compatible with, he can pull out great power with it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm interested. But this is our
It,
menu, by the way. It's a very
form
stale menu.
very simple, very basic.
And mind you, there is a story mode. It's not in
But
battle.
this is mission.
If you go to mission, there's three more
There's a load
options.
menu. Oh, I still load menu in between that too.
Because I'm
All
sure
right.
this game wasn't given the proper budget to, optimize. They probably did what they could and pumped it out as fast
Hmm.
as possible. So before we do the
Continuous
story,
battle story. Right. Mm-hmm.
we're going to do the battle so you can see what it looks
Okay.
like.
Let's see some engaging gameplay.
So,
Action.
there's a 1 and a
Oh,
2 player mode.
fair. Makes sense.
These are our main
Is this a
characters.
straight fighting game?
It's a 3D arena
Ah,
fighter, yes. So we have our
who's the
main character
protagonist?
Arashi, his friend Analog. I have
Okay.
no idea who she is, but Token Girl,
Ba Battleia, sir.
Bastion, you got to have the big guy.
Sure.
And then I'm assuming from what I played of the 3 story mode fights I've done, this is a mentor character, Quad.
Okay. I thought he was gonna be like a rival too, potentially, but okay.
I mean, I guess yeah, like a light rival, but he gives Arashi
Hmm.
information and stuff in more of like a mentor kind of way. So we're gonna use
Alright,
Arashi.
but he's main character.
So
Five
we can
stats with three stats with five levels. I see.
and we can select our variants, and I'm sure unlock more through the game through the story mode.
Okay.
And then they have a blast state which you need to use to go use your super. When you go
Hmm.
into your blast state, it gives you one of these power ups. So I can either do it and increase my base attack power, my
Right.
gauge, my energy consumption, my speed,
That's pretty neat.
or guard break.
Vary up a different character. Well, same characters with different styles. That's pretty fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Lets you play your own way and then make up for,
Hmm.
say,
A little bit.
what's his name? The analog, the kid. He's
Yeah.
fucking slow as shit.
All
Speed
right. So you
up,
can just beat him up to get rid of that weakness a little bit, or just say fuck it and just give him all the power.
or give him all the power. Well, actually, I think
Yeah.
he's a little faster than Bastion. I think Bastion's slow. Yeah, his speed is 0.
Oh. Well.
Speed
Yeah.
is 0. Speed is 0. Wow.
Little churl.
He's fast as fuck, but he's got no guard.
Hmm. Okay.
So we'll just hit random.
Yeah. A lot of that's a lot, but there's a good number of Zoids I can see that we don't have too.
Yes, I was wondering how to
That's
unlock
something.
them as well. There's a very expansive story mode. So here's our different
Okay.
levels, our maps. We get them indefinitely. We just have them.
All right.
There might be one or two that I can unlock through the thing, but it looks like they just give you all of it at once.
So far, it looks very fighting game. Like they just emulated a fighting game, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is just is.
It is just a 3D arena fighter. So
Okay.
all the anime fighters you see, like Jump Force or the JoJo
Okay.
games or
Yeah.
the Naruto ones or the My Hero one,
With that.
they're a 3D. They're in a 3D arena. You run around, and it's mostly flash than it is technique.
Yeah.
Not to say there isn't
Probably,
technique.
it's there definitely, but it's probably obscured by the 3D nonsense happening all the time.
Ooh. So
Alright.
now I'm getting zoned out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down.
There's a knockdown state. This is my guard. I can
Does it
dodge.
just take the hit.
This is me attacking.
Okay.
So you get your basic attack, a medium attack, and then a heavy. Oh, fuck you.
All right. One time
And
thing.
then you see the little...
Is
That's
that like a guard
his...
break thing or a super break, whatever.
I think it was a... I'm not sure what that was, to be honest with you. There's still some stuff that I'm not used to. Oh, look at those Zoids back there moving at like 3 frames a
They're
second.
animals. Yeah.
So this is his blast mode. Gives him a little more power, because that's the one that he got. Oh. So I'm going to go into mine, because I'm about to lose. And it also
so it
gives
doesn't
you a
actually
little...
hurt any.
It does a
just
little
straight
bit
up
of
power up
damage.
is what it does.
Yeah, and it's more of a get-off.
Okay. He's
And
kinda
there's
wailing on him.
there's some weird tech in this. Like, you shouldn't be able to do stuff like this.
Huh.
But they don't stop it.
Kind of wailing on him.
So, you can go from basic
He's
attack
gonna shoot you, isn't he?
to your specials, which is the 3 on the bottom.
I got it. Okay.
And then the super attack that I did is its own button combination that lets you cancel out of stuff. So you can do basic into special into your super to do a massive amount of damage.
I feel like something I'd have to see. But like the kind of your skills, your bottom left.
Yeah, bottom left is my skills.
Yeah.
He's got some too.
And then you also have your standard combo moves, the super.
Yes.
And
like
then
this.
also you have your super, which is just your beast mode,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
But that builds up over time. Shit. I think I might lose this round.
I just took the hit. You probably pop a bunch of stuff and
Shit.
go for it. No, but you dropped
I'm gonna
it.
try. 2, 3.
There's a lot of
Special-
barking though.
Into cancel. Yeah, there's a ton of barking.
At least they've been like different, so it's not too annoying or anything like that. But they are literal children,
Ah, they got me.
so it contains the barks of a children. You know.
And what I was not expecting, because I think Netflix actually has the dubbing rights. This
For
whole
this?
thing is dubbed. I wasn't expecting it to be dubbed, in all honesty.
All the cutscenes, stuff like that.
No,
Dialogues.
there's dialogue in like this where they're talking and then they'll put it in the cutscenes, but the story mode's basically a
Oh,
visual
okay.
novel into fights.
Okay.
Basically like Persona 4 Arena, but not as in depth.
I mean,
Or well, any of the
kind
Arc
of
Sys
how-
games really.
it's kind of how you do these kind of games, right?
Eh,
A lot of it
kinda.
has to do with the characters themselves, or at least just having as much of animation as you possibly can shove into it.
Because
Whether or not it's the most interesting looking.
depending on who's making the game, you can get like still shots into still shots into still shots into battle. You can get something like the Arc Sys games where it's mostly a visual novel all the way through, and then you get your fight. And then you could get what Mortal Kombat does and what Tekken has been doing and what Street Fighter V tried to do, where they'll actually try to make cutscenes out of the models with varying quality.
Fair. I don't know if that's actually, the thing you want to go, yeah, I won. But you know, hey.
So
Kids.
he's an
That
idiot.
hairstyle, by the way,
Yeah.
the most nonsense zap hair I've seen in a good bit.
He
But yeah,
has
your,
it.
your kids, Zoids are animals for whatever reason, I guess,
I don't know
and naturally
anything.
exists.
So in this one, yes, they're naturally occurring and stuff.
Mm.
I don't know anything about this one. I stopped watching after Chaotic Century, and Chaotic Century was way different.
Mm.
It was
Can't
basically
say
Gundam but
I
animals,
followed
and
too much of Zord back in the day.
there was a
I think
mystical
another
element
one.
to it, but they weren't like they weren't like naturally occurring animals
Yeah, like this,
like this.
presumably.
And
Mm.
so here's our story mode.
Beat them.
So I've done these
Okay.
3 right here. You're scored at the end of it. Best score is being the S, I'm assuming, because I
Okay.
think I perfected one of them, and
I imagine each mission is just a battle, as well.
it's just
Each
a
story.
battle, but I think it's going through the anime's actual story, because then
Okay.
it'll branch off. So like this right here is Arashi, our main character, which is what the anime follows.
Yeah.
You come
Then
down
secondary
here,
characters.
there's a character named Drake, and he's a part of the Dark Warriors Pact, whatever the fuck team that is. And you'll play as
Okay.
him going through his part of the story and getting some backstory on him.
Okay.
And then there's more up here. Like, there's a lot. Like, this is massive.
Yeah.
I didn't think
That's
they
quite a
put
bit.
this much in here.
Look at that different group right there. Then same Drake group, and then you
This
again,
is
then
Drake.
someone else.
At the
Drake.
top, there's these guys. This is, I'm assuming, your mentor character.
Okay.
And then at the top, there was another one.
You. Oh, that right there.
So, like...
Something else. Or like the evil faction. Who knows?
And then this is Analog Story, so I follow this, I play as him.
Okay.
So I've already done these 3, we'll just do them again just to kind of show it off. Arashi, leader of Team Freedom. Start this mission? Start.
Tweet 'em. What a kid name for a team name, you know?
Team Freedom,
What
yeah.
Team Freedom. I'm protagonist. Well, I'm just adventurous boy. Love Zoids. Love them. Super love them. And I will save the Zoid kind world, something like that. I don't know. Be the best.
I think the Dark Brigade, or whatever the fuck they're called, I think they're like an expanding empire trying to monopolize Zoids or some shit.
Mm.
And
The not robots.
the not robots, yes, because they're giant fucking mechs.
It's weird. But I mean, they move around on their own.
I guess
I
so.
don't think I know a lot about Zoid to begin with. Because I know they also have like their own kind of AI with most of the Zoids as well. Like in the ones that like
Kinda. Like I said, I with Chaotic Century was very, very different, in which the Zoids kind of had like a latent will of their own, you could call it, where when they meld with their pilot, they could feel each other in an unspoken mech and machine kind of way. But then there
Yeah.
were these special ones that weren't battle Zoids. Like, the main character had like a little dinosaur that followed around him. His name was Zeke. And he did nothing but fuse with the Blade Liger and give it like an extra power boost, and gives him access to extra abilities.
Okay. Aiden Treasure Z.
Yeah, they're also looking for treasure, I guess. I'm
Yeah.
assuming whoever finds it gets to rule over all Zoids or some shit. I don't know.
Grand Line.
The Grand Line. It's up with giant animal robots.
Yeah. God, I know you went down that One Piece hole some time ago.
Oh, dude,
And I think
I'm prepping to go
keeping up
down
with it?
again.
Okay.
I caught up a few months ago, and then I fell back behind because I like to binge through it.
Hmm.
There's some shit popping off,
I
and
mean-
they're doing a backstory arc
But you
again.
caught up at one point.
I've been caught up a few
Didn't
times,
you?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm around current content.
Wild. But at the same time, I guess.
Dude,
The fact it's going, there's something new happening all the time. Sounds great.
Mother's
God,
Basement,
it's
Jeff, He's fucking. He got into it and he's like, he's not freaking out, but he's like, God, it's really good. I didn't want to believe them, but it's really good. And he's finally hit. He has finally hit one of the parts that makes me love One Piece, and that is, there's an arc called Thriller Bark. It's basically the horror themed one. There's a character in it. Her name is Lola. She serves no real purpose on the story other than to give backstory on their situation, let the Straw Hats know what they're up against, and then when they finish the story arc, she is made friends with Nami, gives Nami one of their special tracking cards, and is like, hey, Nami, this is my mother's card. She's a very famous pirate. It'll lead you to her. If you ever get around to seeing her or my family, just say Lola sent you. They'll welcome you with open arms. That was like 12 years ago. Alright?
And are they just getting to it now, or we're getting to it?
No, it turns out, spoilers for those wanting to stay do One Piece fresh. I don't know why you'd be watching this for that. But
yeah.
It turns out that she's one of Big Mom's kids, which is one of the four lords of the fucking of the area they're in.
Okay.
So like
12 years of what?
12 years of
episode.
Literally, it was nothing. Like, it was a piece of paper that they didn't acknowledge again until it came up. And it didn't
he kept on a person the entire time.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has a lot of stuff there in One Piece, doesn't he? Like, he has the world written up, doesn't he?
Like, he's got most of it planned out. Like, he knows how it's going to end. He knows how he wants it to end. He's changing things around to, you know, keep in line with it. But he knows exactly what he wants to do.
My God.
So I just beat Quade's his ass, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you got a little bit better."
Yeah, better, I guess. A little better.
Fucking spitting out blood, ribs are broken.
Yeah, did good, kid. It's not bad. Not great.
And then he drops word that I guess some of these Zoids have subspecies. Meaning you can find different colored ones, and they have different abilities, and sometimes are stronger.
we playing Zoid Ranch Simulator?
Oh, we might as well, dude. But yeah,
I'd be down for something that upgrading and like like, you know, getting individual parts for your Zoid. That'd be kind of neat, I guess.
There is
Zoid Builder.
We'll have to sit down with Kev for it, because I already told him. I don't even think he remembers that. But I have a Zoid game for the GameCube that I haven't touched yet. I think you do that with it. I think that one's actually a turn-based RPG.
Oh, okay. That could be kind of neat.
As weird as that sounds.
And I gotta say, as I look at these Zoids, I see the little tiny bits of, oh, that's how they do in the model when you build it. That goes there probably. That it's obvious like they have to make them in a way.
I used to have a Zoid model that I never put together, and I'm upset that I lost it.
Honestly, just model building is kind of fun in its own right. But Zoid stuff is kind of neat.
So we're going to start...
I feel like, if I'm correctly, they did make it so all, like, most of the joints were movable, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
Like, I know you can get that kind of stuff with that Gundam with the little movements here and there, but, like, the Zoid stuff, a lot of it was movable, if I remember correctly.
Is this place called Pharaoh Terra? That is a weird name.
Which Pharaoh again? Iron? No. Yes?
I don't remember.
Terra Earth, yes, but Pharaoh. I feel like that's Iron. So like Iron Earth, but I feel like it's something else.
So this is our rival slash asshole.
Look at this loser. What is that hair?
I don't know, dude. This is one of those eccentric designs.
His hairstyle is a Pokemon.
Oh,
like you take away his entire bottom head, its actual head, throw some eyes on that. That's a Pokemon.
Have you seen
Ghost Electric?
What the fuck is it? What the fuck is its name? Zorora, the new legendary they did for the last Pokemon movie.
Which one's that one? That the dark fighter or like
with
dark?
the fighting electric.
Okay. Then yes, I think so.
That looks like his hair. It
Fair.
looks like the top.
It would have that fair. Why are they fighting in space? Oh no, it's a canyon. There's rock on the top right. Why are they
Yeah.
fighting an ogre? An orc.
And I'm coming to capture this Raptorix. I'm assuming it's a variant. It's not. It doesn't have a.
Jake would have a raptor kind of Zoid.
He would.
It's just, they always do.
So I don't know how he plays because I've actually never played him before.
I think he's a speed one.
Yeah, he's
Probably
mostly speed.
Small hit.
What's this do?
Probably doesn't have a lot of guard.
Oh, that does some damage.
That was a big jump back you had too.
It was. I wonder if I'm able to react with that. So see, I love fighting games. I'm just fucking terrible at them.
Fair.
That's weird. But every time I play a new one,
all time. Dedicate.
every time I play a new one, I try to think of new ways to figure shit out.
Combat system looks simple so far, but you know you have your skills as well and the potential super. So there's definitely a lot more.
Was I taking damage from my special?
I would not put it past this character. That would make sense.
Because I don't think I was touched by the enemy in this fight, in this round. Did I get an S? Yeah, boy!
There you go. You slaughtered them. You showed that wild animal what business it is in. I don't know. I still don't know what these things are. I don't know. Do they milk a Zoid? Do you milk Zoids?
In this world, you probably
are there actual animals?
So I can
paradox and stuff.
So now that I've played as him, I can use him.
What has to? Do they have normal Pokemon, normal animals in Pokemon World?
It's implied that not anymore.
Okay.
In fact,
I know that was probably first season they kind of let that slip every now and again, like, oh, it's from a normal bird or something like that. But
yeah, and in fact,
then later on,
what was it?
The
third Pokemon movie with Entei and stuff.
Yeah.
They were going to have the original concept was, or the original story before they rewrote it with Entei and them. There wasn't any new Pokemon shown off yet, so the writer was gonna create a story where scientists find an old T-Rex fossil, just a regular T-Rex fossil, and then it'll raise the question as to what the fuck happened to all the actual animals in their world.
Oh, that would have been neat. That's too much lore. They can't do that.
That's too much lore.
Too much lore. It has to be as vague and nonsense as they possibly could.
Then we have a photo
gallery. They can't actually go all in on story. There's two, huh? Fair enough.
I think that's all I've unlocked so far. Yeah.
It's probably all based off your the story progression.
Yeah, it's all story stuff and how well I do in the ranking. So I try to get S's in all of them. Okay. But there's other stuff you can unlock, like music, dialogue.
Yeah.
There's a Zoid viewer.
But not many right now.
There's like there's a lot of shit in this game that I didn't think they'd actually take the time to put into it.
I mean, it looks fine. I mean, because it feels like this would be a tie-in with the anime, right?
It was a tie-in game, yes.
But it does look like there's a decent amount of work put into it, at least.
It's one of those games where you don't even think they're gonna make for the States, you know?
Mm.
Oh yeah, his speed's maxed out.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, that blue and red doesn't look too bad.
Oh god. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I feel like the default red for rival is always played out a bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when its entire Zoid is essentially red.
Yeah.
So changing the blue is a little nicer, actually.
But yeah, this is Zoids.
That little red accent. Yeah, it's not bad.
There isn't really much here. We'll pretty much just be going through the story, and I don't know. Maybe sometime in the future we can do some more videos revolving around it. Maybe I'll play through it more.
Maybe.
But like, this is lengthy. Like, look at this, and all the fights pretty much amount to the same thing. Like,
God.
But I wouldn't mind coming back to it later in a later date when I'm farther in.
That's true. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Like, gameplay looks fine enough. It's a lot of story.
A lot of story.
A lot. And it looked like they're really going into it. I assume they just had as much, I don't know, assets they could pull from the anime and stuff too.
Yeah.
It probably follows the anime. I can only imagine, but it looks neat.
It's actually
I
got
still don't
me
know much about
interested
Zoids in general,
in
though.
watching this new anime. I
That's
think
fair.
it's on Netflix. I'm not sure, but I'll find it
Idea
somewhere, I'm
was
sure.
probably the point.